everyone, Michael here with the Hello Cupcake It's Me, and today is the Saturday check-in. It is August 6th, 2022, and how are you? If you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe. Go over to anchor.fm/hellocupcakeitsme, follow the podcast, and go check out the blog hellocupcakeitsme.com. So, yeah, Wednesday, I am sorry about the quick little down and dirty video that I did. I was just not feeling much anything Wednesday morning and was really tired, really kind of just like exhausted from the day before, and just really had nothing to say that day. And I didn't feel like getting up, dealing with the hot weather, having to screw with my computer, like get everything up and going. And so, yeah, you guys got what you got. This coming Wednesday is probably going to be something similar because I just found out that I have 2 doctor's appointments that day, and they're like back to back, and I got to call on Monday and see if I could get them rescheduled a little bit, because one is at 9 to 10 and the other one is 9:40 to 10. So it's like, I don't think these are going to happen. One has to change, and one of them is a podiatrist appointment where I go in and get my nails done by a doctor, and that's kind of important, because I need him to look at some other things that are going on with my feet. And so yeah, I gotta just finagle things and get things all switched around. But Wednesday, after I made the video and I got up and going, I called in my prescriptions and everything, and it was a bitch, to say the absolute least. Wait, was that no, that was Tuesday. So, yeah, never mind. Wednesday, the reason I was all strung out and just like, on Wednesday is because of, like, all the events that happened Tuesday, and I think I covered it, but I'm going to cover it again now, just for the hell of it. So, Tuesday, I got up and went and had lunch with my sister or whatever, and then I called in my prescriptions, and I have to go to 3 different pharmacies to get my prescriptions. Why do I have to go to 3 different pharmacies? Because they all cannot seem to be... They don't fill all the prescriptions because of the way that they're set up. So, the one that is right down the street can only bill part of my insurance. Then the other one that is literally 20-something miles round trip, or no, I'm sorry, it's 20 miles to there and back, can only do my insulin, and only part of my insulin. And then there is a grocery store where I have to get my testing supplies and another type of insulin. So it's a huge freaking just jumbled up mess. And then I have stuff that's delivered to the house. So I'm actually dealing with 4 pharmacies at any given moment. And so after lunch with my sister, I know something in my spirit was telling me, stop by Jiffy Lube, get a top up. You haven't been by in a while, get a top up. So I go by Jiffy Lube, and they are like, they have a lot of people, and I should have just sat there and waited or whatever, but I try not to do that when I know that they're busy, because it's usually only like 3 guys working that whole day. And there were 2 cars in the bay and one that was parked and waiting. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to even bother with this. I should be fine. I was not, in fact, fine. Like, insert Morgan Freeman voice. In fact, he was not fine. Halfway out to the furthest of the pharmacies, my check engine light comes on and my cruise control shuts off. And normally I am driving, like, fast. But that day, my spirit's like, just take some time, Michael. You don't have to get out there. You have nothing to do later on this afternoon. You're good. So yeah, my check engine light comes on. A safety feature of a 2007 Subaru Forester is anytime that there's anything to do with like your O2 sensor or your like your oil or whatever, it shuts off your cruise control, turns on the check engine light, and flashes your cruise control light. So I was like, fuck. Anyways, long story short, got some oil put into the car, get to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy doesn't have my fucking insulin. So that happened. So I wasted all that time to drive out there, wasted the gas to get out there, for them not to have my insulin because they had to call it in to the doctor, and they never told me that they had to call it in. And so I don't know when the next time it is that I'm going to be out that way. I have to go out past that pharmacy to go do some grocery shopping, but they're not open at like 5 or 6 when I usually come back through. And when I do grocery shopping, I usually don't take a cooler or anything, so I've got to try to finagle something and figure it out. Like, maybe it's that I go out grocery shopping at 9 o'clock in the morning and then try to be home by 2, and then try to remember to swing by and grab my insulin. So, because right now, that's all I have left of insulin, and that'll last me probably another week or so. So, yeah. Then I did the Tuesday night trivia and all that other fun stuff, and we kicked butt, and that was a hurrah for us. But yeah, this whole week has been long and drawn out, and just like minutes seem like they're hours, and then there's other times where I like blink and it's already 9 p.m. Like, what the heck? So yeah, just it's been very interesting, and I don't know if it's how people with certain mental health issues are like bipolar, whatever, perceive time, but for me, time feels like I live every single second of the day, most days. And that's awesome if you're doing something that's like fun and exciting and memorable, but if you're just sweltering in the heat and watching the clock tick, you feel every one of those seconds. But I started gardening, and that's kind of taken my mind off of things a little bit, and I was dehydrating a bunch of vegetables and stuff that I was getting, and I have to stop that for right now because my air fryer died, and I'm really sad about that. And this morning when I woke up, I looked into my kitchen, and it looks like a tornado went through there. So I've got to try to straighten up my kitchen. I got a ton of cardboard boxes in there that I got to get rid of from I've been going to the food bank lately just to get extra vegetables and canned goods and stuff like that, and just trying to make it until I get money to go food shopping. And so yeah, I got all these boxes and stuff that I got to get rid of. And matter of fact, yeah. So what I've been doing is, if they're good cardboard, I've been folding the sides down, filling those up full of compost or potting soil, and then planting my garden into there. And I've talked about this in other videos, and I even talked about it on my podcast. But there's a lot of people who are doing these little cardboard gardens, and I love it so far. My garden is looking great. I have 4 or 5 boxes out there that have various plants in there. And then I got some of these 7-gallon fabric tote bags that are planter bags, and then they have like this little window on the side of it, so you can get to like potatoes or carrots or some other kind of ground root vegetable easy. And I planted garlic, onion, and cabbage and lettuce in them. And then in another planter I have what is that? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 things of celery growing and some mint. Then I have some sweet peppers, leeks, Brussels sprouts, and parsley. And then I have, that I'm trying to start from seed, I have some chives and some basil. And what else do I got going on? I got quite a bit of stuff happening out there, and it's giving me something to kind of focus on and just have fun with. And that's what I'm doing, just focusing on it, having fun with it. And if it produces food that I can eat, even if it's just one little item that it produces, I'll be happy. Like, I got the plants for free. It's an experiment. It's something I love to garden, but I'm not like one of those like die-hard gardeners where like I have to get out there and weed everything. Like, no. I don't weed. I'll till up the ground. I'll like do whatever, but weeding, that's part of the plants and everything else. And if the weeds show up, they show up. And I know weeds leach nutrients and whatever else from the plants, but doing it this way, it's all organic compost, and well, everything's organic, but you know what I mean. It's just all compost and potting soil that I buy in bags and put it together, call it good. I do have some of my own compost going though, which I'm kind of excited about. So I had a couple of heads of cabbage and like cut-offs of kale and all this other stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw this into a bag, throw some soil over it, and call it good. And I put like some shrimp tails in there and some eggs and a few other things, and just kind of mulched it up a little bit with a shovel and threw some more, and I put some yard dirt as well as the potting soil compost stuff that I had in a bag, and just mix that all together, and I tied it up and set it in the sun. So we'll see how that works in a few days. But yeah, so as for this weekend, I really don't have much planned. Like I said, as soon as I'm done with the video here, I'm going to try to tackle that kitchen and just get it under control. Get some of the canned goods that I have put up in the pantry. Take an inventory because I have to go do grocery shopping on Wednesday. which I may not do. I may push that out until Saturday. But anyways, I gotta just make a plan and get that all situated and what have you, and maybe do some dishes, which is going to be kind of difficult because I snapped off a nail all the way down, like, into the nail bed. So there's like probably a 1/4 inch of nail missing on top, and just an exposed nail bed. That was fun. And let me tell you, I cried like a baby, and I think I even cried out for my mama, and I didn't care which one it was that answered, if it was the tweaker or if it was my mom. Either one of those, I was just, and it happened in the shower, and I have a sliding glass shower door, and my nail got caught up in between the metal and the glass on the sliding part of it, and when I went to turn to, like, just, I turned, and my fingernail was still in there, and it said snap. And I knew that there was nothing I could do because it was still, like, on there just a little bit, and I said, fuck, this is gonna hurt, and I just ripped it off the rest of the way, and sure as shit, it was all the way down into the nail bed, and, like, started bleeding everywhere, and it was just painful. When I got out and got dried off and everything, there was plasma dripping out of the end of my finger. That's, like, how bad it was. So I'm going through band-aids quite frequently, and this bandage wrap is about the only thing that I can do to stand to work with my finger right now. And I keep putting this tea tree concoction on it to, like, make it work, so, or to make it heal so that I can do work or whatever. But yeah, when you go from having pseudo long nails to one that is broke down into the nail bed, it really sucks and makes you reconsider having long nails. But anyways, so yeah, gotta let you guys go. I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you follow me on everything. And have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.